every voice, it counts them all. A team of hearts with plans to share. For every soul we're standing there. It's in the ballot, it's in our hands. Together we rise and take a stand. For every dream, for every need, community spirit is our creed. The vote is here to pave the way, working hard both night and day, delivering hope, delivering dreams. We are the ones who fuel the streams. Every corner, every street, we bring the change that makes us meet. Hand in hand we hold the flame. Together we'll make a lasting name. It's in the ballot, it's in our hands. Together we rise and take a stand. For every dream, for every need, community spirit is our creed. The boat is here to pave the way, working hard both night and day, delivering hope, delivering dreams. We are the ones to fuel the streams. Every corner, every street, we bring the change that makes us meet.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's It's in the Ballot show for the Puke Community Board. We've got our lovely candidate here who's vying to put her feet to the It's in the Ballot fire, but with every election there's one thing stepping in the way, and that's your vote.
am local here, born and bred Pukahina, and Te Puke being our town, I've just always been here, known issues. I come from a family that has been here for generations. My grandfather was actually the mayor of Pukahina, so come from a family that's always been local, and I'm very active in community areas through my church, and just very driven for growth and change, and just always helping others in any way possible. So a role like this would be an awesome step towards the future and helping others, as I'm very driven for just every possible positive change available. Kia ora.
Okay, thank you for that. It's okay. So let's kick off with we'll kick off with first community board question A. What will be your preference for new street names to be based on in the Te Puke Eastern Community Board area? For example, former mayor names gifted from local iwi?
Personally, I am more on the side of names gifted from local iwi, as being from here, I know historically what things once were, and I would love the inclusion, if not both names of something, like both names of what we have now and something from local iwi. That would be my personal preference.
Okay, let's go on to question number 2, B for Bravo. How would you stand up for your community interests if it differs from your own position?
I'm a super open-minded person that's willing to hear the thoughts of others and find a middle ground on anything at all. I'm very big on inclusion. Yeah, I've just finished studying in social policy, so I'm extremely understanding that there are so many different views and there's always a middle ground that you can come to, and just willing to work through that is big for me.
Okay, and let's go on to question number 3. How will you stand for the community at the council table on issues where the council is not in support of them?
First off, as I just mentioned, was really being available to listen to all views, having all reports associated with any issue going on put in front of me so that I'm able to go over different views, different standpoints, any research done behind things, and to get an understanding of what exactly is being said or put across the table so that I can be involved in understanding all views and just find that middle ground yet again, like, because so much people have different views and we don't need to argue, we just need to find the middle ground.
Okay, let's go on to D for Delta. How willing are you to work with a local hapu and iwi at a community board level?
I'm very willing. I am still very close with like family and connections in the area, so for me, it's something I'm just extremely brave about. I'm more than happy to speak at the local level if need be.
Okay, let's go for, was it E for Echo? What community projects would you be happy to support for community board grants?
This is something I actually need to get a lot more research on to learn what is fully going on around here, but I am very open to learning. I really love things like our community garden, and I would love to get more involved myself, as it's something I'm big on doing at home. Like, I'm very into the garden, I'm very into community cleaning, just anything that we can help out and educate others on. That's something I would love to do, is to help others to understand how we can help each other to move forward in areas of whether it's feeding others or keeping our whenua clean.
Okay, and we go for G for golf. What is it? What would your role entail in overseeing the planning, regulation, implementation of traffic, parking, signage, and related policy changes, including community consultation processes?
My role in overseeing it, just being able to read over everything involved, and I'm very big on in-person and being on the ground level and actually speaking with people about what's happening in any situation. I am very understanding of policy. As I mentioned, I've just finished my degree in social policy, so I really understand how that all works and how there is a process to go about things. But if it's needed, I'm more than happy to be someone who gets out there and speaks to our people and helps them to understand what's coming up, and happily put out anything that needs to be done, any signs or anything associated. Yeah.
Okay, we've got H for hotel. How accessible is the current community board, and what steps would you take to improve its accessibility if needed?
Well, personally, this is my first year actually signing up to be able to vote. So I feel that it was not very understood as a person from the community, and being 32, to not know much about it until now is very big. Like, there's a lot more education to be had. There could be a lot more ground level conversations to be had to educate people that were like myself beforehand about how everything goes down, and setting an example in public and just being genuinely good people, and just education. People need to know.
Perfect. I certainly know exactly what you're talking about. I remember my first local bodies election. I knew how the voting system worked. I had no clue what the positions were other than mayor.
I only know about parliamentary things. I didn't know that there was a whole separate thing, and I knew nothing about it because it was complete separate.
Yeah.
So it is so important.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to I for India. how could the community board contribute to civil defence and emergency management in our area?
Like, I believe things like that would be like how we have the fire brigade and the sirens, but there could be like, I feel we get like things like text alerts about things that aren't genuine, like they may not get to us, but there are things that could happen that we're not updated on, and we could get involved in more. Like if something's happening around here and we've got to divert out of town, we don't know this stuff. Like we could be like, hey, look, there's been something happen. You're going to have to divert to the other side of Te Puke and go this way. Could be like an awesome way to get a hold of people so that there's not as much stress going on. When there's emergencies going on, a lot more support or willingness to get out in the streets is like help people, guide them out. And like, because we do have a small town, we have a small amount of police force and everything like that. So being willing to stand up and help would be so good.
Okay. And now let's get on to that lovely one of the hard-hitting question, which we believe every candidate should be sitting there talking about at local body elections.
Hard-hitting questions, we don't get any debating. What does a question? Because every candidate has an answer behind hard-hitting questions.
Okay, so the hard-hitting question is, what is your position on retaining the Western Bay of Plenty Council's Wakakai Ura, in brackets, district-wide Māori ward, and the Bay of Plenty Regional Council Miao Māori constituency, and why do you hold that position?
Personally, I am for the Māori wards and I forgot the word, my fault.
Māori constituencies?
Yeah, Māori constituency. I'm for it because I feel Māori need to be involved, and I feel if there is any controversy for it, that if that were the case, that opening up another at least 1 or 2 seats to ensure that Māori were involved without it being separate, so that they're always got a position of being able to help at a different level, because a lot of Māori have been here for many generations and can see things from a different view, and different views are always welcome as a collective for everyone to come together and figure things out as a collective, because otherwise there's too much separatism. So I'm all for there being a Māori ward, but like I said, if there's an argument about it, to have more spaces in council so that Māori still had a spot.
Okay, perfect for that. Anything else you want to say before your closing statements?
Not really, just that I absolutely love people and always strive to help people where I can.
Okay, let's have closing statements of why you should receive. I've just checked the Elections NZ website. It's one of 3 ticks.
1 of 3?
Yes. Okay, ready when you are for your closing statement.
I believe that if I am picked, I'm just that person that will actually get out there and do things in community. I'm very big on helping. I'm very big on the view of it takes a village to raise a child kind of view. It takes a village to look after the whenua, to look after our people. And I'm that person that actually will get in there. I pick up rubbish at parks. I'm teaching kids about if they're having bad behaviours. If somebody's struggling, I'll stop and go out of my way to check in on them. And if people have qualms about things in anything to do with council, anything to do with parliament, I've always taken my time to stop, talk with them, educate them, and help them navigate the way of how they can get across to get their voice heard. I'm very big on just being that person that's there for everybody in any way that's needed. Doesn't matter what it is. Kia ora.
Okay, thank you for that. And thank you for participating on It's in the Ballot. That's probably one of our quickest shows, but it's definitely one that's quite informative, and good luck with your race.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.